Hi guys, so we're back again, and I've just had this trade on AUDUSD. This trade happened about yesterday afternoon. So yeah, I wanted to record it yesterday, but I didn't have the time. So I'm just gonna go through the breakdown of this trade. So here it was pretty much, I think, from the daily time frame. It was pretty much from here, the daily time frame. So from this daily time frame, you can see that we are having a market that has made a new low, and then we made a lower high, and then we're supposed to have made a new low, but we failed to make a new low. So actually I had two trades. The first trade that I took at this position here. I think round about to here. A nice 1 2 3. Let me see if it's still there. Okay, it's not here, but then from these lower levels I had something like this. Yeah, I took a trade like this. So that was my first trade, and then the second trade is this one here. So going back to the daily time frame, we can see, okay, so down here the market failed to make a new low. Okay, so the market failed to make a new low, and then but then we made the first low. So this was our first low, because we broke this here. So let me just make this black. We broke this low to make the previous low to make a new low, and then now we went up. But then if you zoom in on this move going up, so I'm just gonna take this out. If you zoom in on the move going up, you can see that we formed this head and shoulders. This was the head and shoulder coming down right here, and then we had the break of the neckline of the head and shoulder right here. So this is where we had the break of the neckline, and then we continued going down. So from here the expectation was pretty much that we are expecting a test of this zone here. We're expecting a retest of this zone, and then a continuation to the downside. So from here we're expecting a move up, testing the zone, and then continuing to the downside. So this is still my bias, but then now obviously I had to make the trade, and then to make the trade I went on the 1 hour, and then on the 1 hour you can pretty much see I had two levels of interest. So the first level, this was the first level right here. Oh, let me leave that. Let's say this was my first level, and then that was my second level. So had the market continued up, broken through, I would have looked for a possible entry down there, but then I did manage to get a entry on the first level. And how that worked about was, I think from here you can see we had this strong push up, so this was an indication of bias in the market. So there were a lot of bias in the market. So when the market got up here. I was kind of expecting a aggressive move to the downside, but then we never got that. All this candlestick that you are seeing, and this first one going down, this is weak in comparison to the push to the upside. At least if this was an engulfing candlestick, this was weak, this were weak, this was weak, and then this was during midnight. But then even during midnight, you can see there was just a lot of weakness. The first aggression that we got was here with this big candlestick down, but I would have liked the aggressive move in this zone here, so I didn't get that. And then my first engulfing candlestick came right here. So this was the first engulfing candlestick that I had, and then from this I knew that we had a change of bias because we had this strong engulfing. Then I knew there was a change in bias, and then I looked down on the 15-minute time frame. Let's see. I looked down on this was the engulfing. Then I looked down on the 15 minutes. My initial plan was to take a position here. But we had from this engulfing candlestick, we had this strong move up. So because of this strong move up, I was like, okay, cool, no, I can't take a trade. So I took that out. Then I was hoping that the market would come back to its highs, and from these highs I was gonna look for a move to the downside. And then that's when we had, so I was looking at these highs here, then that's when we had the market come down, consolidate a little bit, go up into the zone, and then on the way up we created this trend line right here. So the market went up into the zone, and then from the zone what we had, we went into the zone, and then we just had a lot of rejection candles, and then from the rejection candles, so we had 1 2 3 4 rejection candles. The market was failing to make new highs, because from here you would expect a aggressive move up. So the market was struggling to make new highs. Then all of a sudden we got this aggressive move to the downside, and then from this move, that's when I made my entry. And then yeah, this was pretty much the trade, how it played out. And then you can see even from this point we came and then we retested the trend line. The trend line was retested, and then right here retested the trend line, and a continuation to the downside. So this was pretty much the trade. And then I got out. The market almost reversed without me, but it came back down, and then yeah, my take profit was hit. So this is how this trade played out. But as you can see, we haven't exited this zone here. We have not yet exited the zone, so I'm still gonna be looking for opportunities. I'm gonna look for a market to come up, and then I'm gonna short this pair, and then if not, then I'm gonna be aiming, where's my second, I think my second level, it's somewhere above here, yeah, somewhere there. So one of these two areas, I'm gonna be looking for opportunities to short the market. So gonna be this zone here, and then that zone up there. So we're gonna be looking to short. So right now it looks like the buyers are back in control, and then we'll see what reactions we get here, and then yeah, we'll look to short the market from those positions. So yeah, but then for now we had this trade, nice trade. And then yeah guys, that's it for now.